Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. This is another cozy story time, so get comfortable, grab your snacks, grab your water or your drink, and get ready to hear a story about the time that I accidentally sent my mom nudes. But first, let me complain. I'm very sore. My back is sore. Look at my nails. I have a lot of complaints. First of all, eyebrow lady still got me fucked up. Second of all, nail lady got me fucked up too, but it's my fault because I decided to get these like pointed nails and then get these like little shallow French tips that I thought would be cute and dainty, and now I got the nerve to be mad because the tips is coming off this French tip because of course it is. Anyway, this story takes place when I was like 18, like just turned 18 not too long before this process happened. So yeah, when I was 18, I had been talking to this boy that also went to my high school that graduated a year before me, and we're gonna call him Shrimp. So I'm sorry. So me and Shrimp were both on the track team. That's pretty much where I knew him from. Obviously I would see him around the hallway and things like that. And Shrimp had a brother, and his brother doesn't need a name right now, but Shrimp and his brother looked alike, but obviously they're related, but like in different ways. Like Shrimp was like the tall one, he was more stocky built, and his brother was really his little brother. Like whatever happened in the womb, like Shrimp took all the genetics to make a person a larger person and said, no, none for you, brother. And so his brother was like a lot shorter than him, smaller, but he was cute too. And he was in my grade, so I met his brother in like 5th grade. That's when I first met him, and I had a crush on him forever. Like not a huge one, but I was like, damn, he's cute. And then I saw Shrimp and I was like, oh, looks like somebody gave Shrimp's brother a little, like a sandwich or something in a growth spurt. I think I like that. So I started thinking that Shrimp was so cute and I wanted to talk to him, but I was kind of shy to talk to Shrimp also because he was I think he was, when this happened, no, well, when I was in high school still, because I'm gonna go to, anyway, I was kind of shy to talk to him. I didn't really talk to him during track practice because everybody was around and I felt weird, and I felt like every time you talk to the opposite sex, like the guys are watching and they're like, ugh, and it just makes it weird. I tried to like do things to get a little closer to Shrimp because I really wanted him to actually like me, but Shrimp just wasn't, he just wanted to use me, you know. But when I went to track practice one day, Shrimp was out there throwing discus and shot put. So I went over there pretending to be interested in discus and shot put, and I like went and I was just fucking around pretending. And then my dad was like, Maya, I'm here to get you, and I was like, okay. So okay, bye. So I left, and then in the hallways I would just like, you know, be looking at him and stuff. So I thought he was cute the whole time through school, but I thought other guys were cute too. I talked to other guys, you know, he wasn't the only person who I was like, oh, he's cute. But yeah, so the way that like me and Shrimp, everything went down was like really terrible. I was being sneaky. This was before I graduated, so it was my senior year, I think, and my parents would leave the house really early to go do their like work and stuff, so I'd be by myself. And I remember talking to Shrimp, being like, he wanted to like do stuff, and he's like, let's hook up, let's do stuff, and I was like, okay, yeah, okay, I think I'm ready to experiment with my body. So I was like, sure. So my parents aren't going to be home because they're going to be doing their, like, they're going to leave for work in the morning early, so they're going to be gone. And so he was like, okay. So I was like, yeah, so just come over like early in the morning and we can hang out and stuff. And he was like, okay. So he texted me one morning or one night. He was like, I'm gonna see you in the morning, blah blah blah, I'm coming. I was like, okay. He fell asleep, he didn't come. Fast forward the next time. It's early in the morning. I'm up, girl. I'm up, okay? I got all my shit is cleaned in my room. I am ready. I've got like, he brings, it's so sick, bro. So he texts me, he's like, oh my god, I slept in my alarm, but I'm awake right now. Like, it was so early in the morning. It's probably like, the sun isn't even up. Like, it's dark outside early in the morning. So he's like, oh my god, my alarm like didn't wake me up, but I'm on my way now. I just magically woke up and I'm on my way. Like, I was meant to come see you. And I was like, okay. So he goes, gets to the house. We are the first, because we did this more than once. So the first time, we just made out in his car, and he just was parked in front of the house, which also is still just dumb. Like, girl, are you slow? So yeah, we do that. We're just kissing in the car and stuff, and like, I'm being dramatic with it. I'm putting extra on it. I'm like, when we're kissing and stuff, just like, yeah, what are you doing? And he's, having a good time. And then I'm like, okay, that's enough. That's all I'm ready to do. So he leaves, and I go inside, and I'm just like, just freaking shrimp out my garden. Like, I'm like really thinking this is the best, that I'm like doing something. And this is what happens when you don't let your kids just be normal and like socialize and go see their friends. Like, they start doing sneaky stuff just to say they did something. Like, ooh, excuse me. I just wanted to feel something. Like, yeah, I liked him, but like, I also just was like, damn, I just want to have like some type of moment of freedom. And honestly, if my mom would have just let me go to the mall with my friends, go to sleepover with my friends without being like, I need to meet the parents, I need to meet them. Like, if my parents wouldn't have been like that, because it was my dad too, he was like, well, I guess we're going with whatever she says too. Like, he was just like, they both were like, no. I feel like I wouldn't have been trying to be so sneaky and do this extra stuff, because mind you, after a certain point in the story, I'm an adult and I'm still doing this dumb shit, like being sneaky. So what are we doing? But anyway, that first time happens, and the second time he comes over, and he comes inside, and like, I've cleaned everything and got everything ready. My room's all organized, and I know my brother, if he watched this, he's probably like, where the fuck was I? Because like, you were at work. I think my brother was at work at this time, because he like, they all left in the morning early as fuck. Either he was at work or he was at school. Either way, I was by myself. And you know what? No, he had to be away at school, because I had moved from my old bedroom into his bedroom when he left. So I had more room. So yeah, he was at school, I think. So yeah, everything's all cleaned up. He brings in, just so you know what time we're in, like, it's probably like 2012, 2013. He brings a Drake CD. He brings Nothing Was the Same, and I put it in the stereo. It was a nice stereo too. I really don't know what happened to that, and I wish I still had it. But he puts it in the stereo. I got the stereo in the middle, and I got two speakers on either side of the stereo. And so we're playing the Drake album. This is like, for like months after this, every time I listened to that album, all I could think was just like, shrimp. Like, and it wasn't even like, I don't know what's wrong with me, I don't know, teenage brain. But like, yeah, so we're listening to the song, and I'm like, okay, I'm ready to mark off a milestone, so I'm gonna go down on shrimp. That's our plan. We already know we're doing this. I've watched adult movies, I have read articles, I'm researching where the most nerves is, and like where all the most sensitive areas are on that part of a man. And I'm like, okay, I'm ready. I'm grown. I'm ready. While you're literally sneaking a man into your parents' house, girl. So he comes in, we do the thing. He does what men do. He finishes. He has a good time, and he tries to be like, no, I didn't, because like, it happened, and I was down there, and I was like, did you just? And he was like, no. Yes, you did. So spit that out, go to the bathroom, brush my teeth, clean myself up, whatever. this happens, and that's really all that it is, guys. Nothing else came of that, obviously. Why would you buy the cow when you can get the milk for free? And I know that's not always the case. Some guys might be like, okay, well, I fuck with her, I like her, I'm gonna keep seeing her. But that's not what happened with me and Lamp. I keep almost saying his real name because at this point, does it matter? But privacy is important. So this man's a father. So yeah, that happened. That's like the backdrop with me and not Lamp, me and Shrimp. And I called him Shrimp because, like, where's the rest again? Anyway, so yeah, we fast forward. This story doesn't truly involve Shrimp, but that's who my you'll get it later. So that happens, and then Shrimp is like, I want him to like me, so I'm still trying to text him and stuff, and at one point I cut my hair after high school, and he's like, I don't like girls with short hair. Ooh, like, I don't like girls with short hair. Nigga, your hair is long as hell. Like, oh my god, the TikTok people would hate him. They'd be like, who's gonna be the girls? Like, shut up. He had long hair. I had short hair. Like, God forbid a woman just want to, like, turn up the bad bitch and, like, rock a cute little pixie or, like, a short cut or something. This is pissing me off. So he's doing toxic stuff, saying dumb shit like that. And me, I'm bitter because because Shrimp has moved on. He had on and off again. That damn storage. Anyway, he has a girlfriend that he is on and off again with. He's got other girls that he's talked to. At this point, I've graduated from high school, and it's like my summer before I go away to school. So I had, like, vented to my mom about this situation a little bit. I had not told her that I snuck this man into her house, and it's really funny because it's gonna be funny. Not really, but it is. Okay, so that's the backstory with Shrimp. I complained about Shrimp, and I had just been like, you know, Mom, like, he said he doesn't like girls with short hair, and he's like, now he's got this other girl pregnant, and, like, she's ugly, and, like, just really, like, really not good stuff to be saying about another woman. And also just, like, if he's so terrible and it doesn't matter, like, why are you talking about him so much, girl? Yeah, because you're 18, you're dumb. So there's the backstory with that situation. This is gonna make sense, okay? So now, fast forward, I am talking to my actual, like, I don't even know if we were dating at this time, boyfriend, but I must call him boyfriend. We're on and off again. He's horrible. He's fucking the devil. Tell you about him more at a different time, because fuck. Anyway, so I'm sending him some nudes. We're, like, sexting, and we're talking on the phone, and we're, like, video chatting, and I'm sending him pictures, like, and he didn't deserve that, but it is what it is. I did it. So the pictures I'm taking, I'm literally just laying down in my bed, like, just like, you know, just like you know, getting the angles or whatever, just, you know, getting a titty, getting a coochie lip here and there, you know, nothing crazy, thank God, because I've definitely taken some crazy freaking videos and pictures of myself being sexy, but these ones were very subtle, very demure, very mindful. So I sent them. His name, my mom's name in my phone has been Mommy forever, so, but, like, girl, you are not ground. Anyway, so I send them, and I hit the letter to type in Mommy, and then her name pops up. I mean, not to type in Mommy, to type in this man's name, to type in my ex's name. The thing pops up. I hit the first thing that pops up, because usually it's the most recent person you texted, and I'm thinking that that's gonna be him, but it, like, pops up so quick. I get my picture selected first, like a dumbass, instead of the person, and then, like, I type in his name. Not really. I type in the letter M. Pops up. Click on the first thing that pops up. Boom. Send it. Just do real quick. And then as soon as I send it, I realize, fuck, that went to my mom. Oh my God, she's gonna fucking kill me. So then I go to her room, hands shaking, hands trembling, and I'm just like, I need to see your phone. I need to see your phone. Give it to me. So she's like, okay. So she gives me her phone, and I like lie, and I'm like, I need to see my driving school schedule. I need to see when my next class for driving school is, because I was taking classes for that. So she's like, okay. So I go on her phone, and I'm like looking in there. I find the messages because they're very recent, and I delete the pictures. I feel like James Bond, bitch. I got it. I'm good. Okay. Thank you, God. Thank you. So I go ahead and I skip my happy ass back to my room, send the photos to the intended recipient, and I think I'm in the clear. So then weeks go by, bitch. Weeks, maybe even months. It's really terrible. And I know months probably went by, because like at least a month or two, because now it's almost time for me to go away to school. Finally, freedom from this freaking like house where I'm 18 and I can't even do anything. Ooh, excuse me, girl. Like, I got my septum pierced twice in my life, because the first time I got it done, I went in the piercing shop. My parents gave me a ride. I went in there and I told them I was just going to get a different piece of jewelry. And then I ended up being like, you know what, fuck it. I'm in the piercing shop. I'm going to use my free will and bodily autonomy as a legal adult, and I'm going to go ahead and just get this done. I've been wanting it. I'm already here. Let's save ourselves all a ride and just get this done. So I get it done. It's quick. It's not busy. That's why I did it. I go out into the car. My mom's like, what is that? Blah, blah, blah. She's yelling at me. Like, what the hell? Do you need help? Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I did need help, because I wanted to self-harm, and my way of not doing that was me getting piercings. I didn't want to hurt myself in any unsanitary way and make it worse. So, because I had self-harmed. So I started trying to find other outlets. And so she yelled at me until I took it out in the car, and you're not supposed to do that with a brush piercing. So I took it out, and blood started pouring out of it a little bit. So then I'm just bleeding, and then yeah, it's not safe. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just flip it up or something. That's what I did. I got it again, and I flipped it up, and then she saw it again, and I was like, I'm not taking this shit out again. Like, it is what it is. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff I was dealing with. Like, I really just wasn't allowed to be a freaking adult, and I didn't owe anybody an explanation or like a precursor saying, hey, I'm gonna go get this done, because it was my body. I owe nobody nothing when it comes to my body. Anyway, I work at McDonald's at the time, so I'm gonna get paid, and I didn't have my bank account set up yet. I wasn't getting direct deposit back in like 2013, so I had paper checks that I would go get from my job. So I went to my job to go get my check, and it's a happy day. I'm getting paid. So I go into the thing, and I'm waiting. We all waiting. The manager gets the checks out, the envelopes, and she hands them out one by one. So you're in there for a few minutes, and I'm in there, and a bunch of other people are waiting. So like, I'm in there for a few minutes, and then like, and I'm getting out the car, and the vibe is cool. I get back in the car with my envelope. It's a little tense. It's a little tension in the air. Okay, what's wrong? And I'm getting anxious now. What's wrong? Nobody's saying anything. My mom's like, we'll talk about it when we get home. Okay. I just got some money on. Can we go to the bank? I don't even think they took me to the bank to cash my check. They were like, we need to go home. We need to have a conversation. Okay, drama. So we went home, and my mom is like, we sit down at the freaking dining room table, like we're in the Oval Office or something, I don't know, and we have a meeting basically, and my mom's like, I found these pictures on my iPad. I didn't delete them from the iPad. They hit the Pentagon. They got me, bitch. They see the pictures. How embarrassing for both of your parents to see your nudes, because they're like, my mom's just like going through her pictures that are like synced with her iPad and her iPhone. Some of them, I think some people's go automatically into their like photo album. So she's like, what is this in my photo album? I didn't even know it was you. I could have got my dad in trouble. I don't know. She's like, I didn't even know it was you, because I didn't know it was you until I recognized your bedspread. She recognized the bed sheets. And even if she didn't, who is this? It's me. I would admit it before I would let my mom think that my dad was doing some weird shit that he would never do. So yeah, it's me. It's my coochie. It's me. So yeah, she was not pleased to have found that in her iPad. And my parents are God-fearing people, so, and she used her iPad for church and different business stuff like that. So she was like, well, what if my assistant would have seen this? What if this person would have seen this? What if somebody else would have been in here? What if blah, blah, blah? I'm just like, well, they didn't. You did, and that's still bad enough for me, girl, because honestly, I would rather a random stranger have seen this. But whatever. So I'm getting lectured, blah blah blah. My mom's like, who are you sending that to? And then my dad is also just like, who did you have in my house? What? At this point, we have moved to a different house. Like, this didn't even go down in the house that, like, with Shrimp coming over. That didn't even happen until we moved. Oh wait, no, that happened and we have moved since then. So he had never been in that house. So when he's like, who did you have in my house? Because like, I think they went out of town a lot. I was just like, I didn't have anybody in your house. Like, I was genuinely confused. And he was wrong. Like, I did have somebody in your house, just not the time you think I did. So I was genuinely confused. They're like, who did you have in my house while I was gone? Because they had been out of town recently and they had found the nudes recently, so they thought maybe like those things correlated. If I got them in the house, why would I be getting my camera out? We're right here in person. But no, he really thought he was on something. No, you were wrong, Papa. So then I'm just like, my mom's like, who are you sending these to? Blah, blah, blah. And so I lied and I said I was sending them to Shrimp. Yeah, you guys are basically getting two stories in one, because you got the whole Shrimp backstory and you're getting this story. So I was like, I sent him to Shrimp, and she's like, why? And now here comes the judgment, because she's like, he has a baby on the way. Didn't you say that he was all these things and you don't like him anymore? And weren't you saying all this stuff about the girl he's with and how this and that? And I'm just sitting there like, if only you knew I didn't send these to Shrimp, but I'm not going to tell you that I sent them to who I'm actually talking to, because in my delusional brain, he's going to stop being a piece of shit one day and he's going to meet my parents and we're all going to be happily ever after, one big family. So I'm going to tell her it's Shrimp, because me and Shrimp haven't talked in forever. Bye. Like, Shrimp is like, I was like, I think my senior year of high school when the whole Shrimp thing happened. I had graduated and I was in the summer before I went to school when this whole thing happened. I was talking to my ex and I was not worried about Shrimp. So I just threw him under the bus, and then it just made me look crazy and bad because I had talked shit about him before, and like his girlfriend and like all this other stuff. And my mom was just like, basically like, what kind of woman are you? What are you talking about? And I was just like, oh gosh. So I lied, and oh my god, I didn't have a car, I didn't have a license, and I didn't have anybody who I could be like, can I have a ride to campus? I probably could have and would have if it came to that, but in that moment I was just kind of panicking, and I was just like, I need to get out of this freaking prison of a home, because I love my parents, but I just wanted to go be a person. I wanted to just go experience a real life, have a real social life, go outside and do things. So I was like, I need to get the hell out of here. So I lied, and I was just like, I hate my body, I have terrible low self-esteem, I'm so sorry I did that, I just wanted somebody to make me feel good about myself. I know I said all this stuff about Shrimp and stuff, but I just wanted attention. I have low self-esteem. That's what I said, even though at that time I was feeling myself more than ever. I felt perfectly fine about myself. Like, I genuinely, it was great. So yeah, I guess that probably made them take pity on me, and they're just like, okay, don't do this again. And my mom was like, this is child porn. I'm like, no, it's not, I'm 18. And she's like, well, this is softcore porn. And I'm just like, okay. And I didn't get paid, which is crazy. Like, what do you want me to do about that? So yeah, that whole thing happened. It was embarrassing as fuck to know that both of my parents saw those pictures, and it was also embarrassing to have to pretend that like that's who they were for, and that that's the kind of person I was, because it was not the type of person that I was. Like, please. But yeah, like, I had to say something to just make the fucking conversation stop, because it was already like horrifying and humiliating enough that they had seen any of them. let alone that we had to have this conversation and like hash this out. There was nothing to hash out. I'm an adult. I took pictures of my body and I sent them. Like, no one's gonna make me feel bad about that. I've sent plenty of nudes in my lifetime, and you know what, some of those were before I was not an adult. So if anything ever happens with those pictures, you will be dealt with accordingly. You're going to jail, and I'm suing you if it's not underage. Then I'm just gonna sue you, because not you posting things without paying me. But don't do that. But yeah, that's the story. And my advice is don't send nudes. Just go be in person. I don't know, girl, just don't do it. Or just don't give these men anything. I don't know. I don't know. I just know if you do, make sure you double check who it's going to. Triple check. Yeah, but if you got this far, please leave a comment down below. I'm trying to think if there's actually, I feel like I'm forgetting something. I don't think I am. Like, after that, if you want to know the aftermath of that, like, I pretty much just like cried a lot until the situation was over. I got my ride. I was like, please get me to campus. They gave me my ride to campus. They got me off to college. They sent me off lovingly. They weren't like holding it against me. They weren't mad at me forever. My parents are very understanding people. They were disappointed. They didn't want me doing that, but at the end of the day, it's not their life. I was an adult and I was allowed to do that, so I did it. But yeah, and then I went to college and I had me a time. And school was not for me, but it did give me a lot of different experiences socially that I felt like I needed to develop as a person and become a more well-rounded adult. And it gave me situations that I had to deal with by myself on my own, and it helped me build some confidence of my own, and it just helped me kind of stand on my own 2 feet a little bit more. Like, it was like, hold on, because I have this like this hoodie, this cozy thing. It was like this. I came into my own. You see how I did that? Anyway, thank you guys for getting this far in the video. Leave a comment down below if you have any relatable experience like that. I would love to hear about it. Know that I'm not the only one alone sending nudes to the wrong people. But yeah, make sure you share the video, like the video, subscribe, leave a comment, and tell your friends. Blow me up. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.